Welcome back, YouTube. General Soul back with Persona 3 Portable. Okay, so this is going to be an experiment for the Tartarus runs. This session of recording, counting the last video, was 4 hours long. Over 3 hours of that was doing this run of Tartarus. Even editing out the battles, I would have to cut this run of Tartarus to about 2 videos, maybe 3 to get everything, if I was to do the full exploration. So this is an experiment. Let me know what you guys think. Since Tartarus, all the levels except for boss levels and your barrier levels are randomized completely. What I decided to do is I will show you as I'm making new personas, and I will show you the new monsters and point out what shadows you need to beat for requests. Other than that, I'm going to leave the exploration cut out for this video. So I basically cut 3 hours worth of Tartarus footage into a 1 hour video that consists mostly of me facing shadows for the first time and making new personas. So what we're trying to do here, you saw a challenge to make a Jack Frost with Dia. We could easily have that. We just got to make it. So first off, I'm going to make some other personas that we haven't made, such as Tam Lin. Now, our goals for this run. Highest we can get is floor 40. So we want to get to floor 40. We want to at least get to level 19 to fuse a persona that we need. At best, we want to get to level 20 so that we can hold 10 personas instead of 8. So I'm going to work for the level 20. At floor 40, we're going to get the second old document. There's the challenge to collect 3 old lanterns. I will show you the shadow that drops those. They are in floors 17 through 24. You must have the request on so that they will drop. There is to get a lead medal from the wealth hands. Those are the shadows on floors 2 through 15. I actually forgot about where they are, so we'll actually be getting those here in a minute. After we have gotten a lead medal from a wealth hand, we then can get a request to get a steel medal from a treasure hand, which those are on floors 17 through 39. Again, you must have the requests on for those to drop. We're going to make the Jack Frost with Dia. Once we've done that, we can then make a Valkyrie with Tarukaja. Both of those we can do before we even get started, and we're going to. Then we need to get an Oberon to level 17. We do get that pretty easy. As you see, we need to be level 15 to make it, and then we have enough social link to get it up to 17 anyway, so that's going to be easy. But we need to do the Jack Frost and the Valkyrie first. We want to have, after selling everything, about 130,000 yen, which I think I've accomplished that because I got over 100,000 whenever I got done with all my exploration and level grinding. We should already have it because we can keep getting the card, but Apsaris, because we're going to start working on Priestess soon. If you haven't already made one, Yomotsu Shikome is the earliest Hermit. We're going to actually start working on Hermit after this run. And the reason we need level 19 is that's the earliest level in which we can get Neko Shogun, which is the earliest star persona. So since we now have the compendium, we don't need to worry about walking out of here with the personas that we need for social links. All right, so at this point, now that I've freed up some room and made some new personas, we are going to get what we need to make our Jack Frost with Dia. So Omakane and Alp. Alp, you see, has Dia. So we want to make sure that this Jack Frost gets the Dia skill. So Omakane, Alp isn't going to learn Dia. So back out, retry, back out, retry, Dia. That's what we need. Make this Jack Frost. Yeah, unfortunately, in Persona 3, Persona 3 FES, and Persona 3 Portable, it is random what spells, what skills transfer over, but if you don't like what you're getting, you can back them up. Now you see that heart. You need to get the persona to a certain level to get whatever that item is. I don't really care about these personas items, so I'm not going to really focus on it. But at in-game, we're going to be doing some grinding for that. Alright, so now that we have the Jack Frost, go into requests. Undertake the request for Jack Frost with Dia if you haven't already. And then Theodore or Elizabeth should see that you have a Jack Frost with Dia and give you your reward. And we bought what he's going to give us. We bought from the home shopping channel, but we haven't gotten yet the battle panties. This is a costume, as I said. So any female character can wear those. So now we got Valkyrie with Tarukaja. Very possible I might already have this. I've made a Valkyrie, so it's a matter of does my Valkyrie have a Tarukaja? If not, I'll have to make a new one. And there's Valkyrie, does not have Tarukaja, so I need to make a new one. So, I'm looking at my little list for what personas can be used to make a Valkyrie, or I'm even looking at a guide for, on the requests, what specific personas do I need to combine to get Tarukaja on a Valkyrie. So what we want is Lilium. There you see Lilium has Tarukaja. And then combine the Lilium. We already have the other persona on us, so combined Lilium with Tamlin. Make sure Tarukaja transfers. There it is. Well, I saw it there for a second. Oh, there it is, Tarukaja. Combine. That gives us a Valkyrie with Tarukaja. Just make sure as it's leveling up that Tarukaja, or if in this case it's not going to level up. If you have the strength persona, you would with the male. And that gets you this one done. And we are getting an item that will allow us to make a persona that we cannot make right now, but we will be able to make as we level up later. So that one is required so that we can get that. Now Oberon, level 17 plus, we'll get that. We'll grab that challenge, that request later. So I'm going to leave it open right now. So let me see. Well, I'm taking a look to see what we can make. Kind of thinking what if I need anything in particular. So I definitely want to keep the Jack Frost. That way we have Junpei does fire, Yukari does wind, Akihiko does lightning, so I can do ice. So we'll have the elements covered. But we're also going to start running into some shadows that are weak to light and darkness. Or at least one of those two. So Let me see. Looking to see what else we can make. Alright, so grab an Orpheus, grab a Pixie. Alright, so we are going to fuse. No, triangle fusion is what we want. Pixie, Orpheus, and combine that with the Valkyrie to make a Chimera. We haven't made one of these yet. Yeah, so basically not right now. I'm making personas that we could have made, but we haven't made yet to work on our completion list. All right, so I'm not really planning on using this Chimera, so I don't care what skills change to what. All right. What else do I need? Looking again on my list to see what personas I can make at this point that I haven't made. Because right now we can make up to level 13. So yeah, we're going to be doing some grinding, and I can guarantee you, you're not going to be able to, when you get to the top, be level 19 or 20. You're going to have to do a little bit of extra grinding. Let's take a look to see what we got. I think we're good. Let me see. So we're going to grab... Looking at my list here. I don't remember what exactly I did. I recorded this yesterday. So grab an Apsaris. I'm actually having to watch what I'm doing to see what we're making. Apsaris picks... Well, that's a Necomata. So we're definitely not making a Necomata. Angel. Alright. So I'm going to assume this is a triangle. Yep. So Angel, Pixie, Apsaris makes a slime. Okay. I am actually surprised that I haven't gotten slime yet, because I usually get slime as a accident. For those wondering what that means, I was going to talk about that when it actually happens, because it is required for a trophy, but it's RNG. Occasionally, when you're trying to fuse a persona, Igor will screw up. And you won't get the persona that you were trying to make. You'll get a random persona. Usually around this time, I will get a mistake and it makes a slime. Now, since I'm playing on beginner, it is rarer to get a mistake, but it's still possible. So in the course of this playthrough, I should get that to happen. Sometimes it will make something that's weaker than what I was trying to make, but sometimes it'll make something that you shouldn't be able to make yet. Okay, now that we're done, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for Tartarus. Instead of actually going through Tartarus, make a save, and I'm quickly going through the gear. So the battle panties is worse on my main character, so we're going to put that on Yukari. All-purpose apron now is worthless. Okay, so we're going to go in, and yes, I'm ready. We're going to go to the 16th floor, the highest we have gone to. Yes, the barrier is gone, we were told. Alright, so our ultimate goal is to reach the top of Tartarus. But we don't know how high that is. Well, the appropriate pace, if you're playing the PS2 original or FES, yeah, you'll be making many more trips down here. But anyway, since we have beaten the first boss, the barrier goes away, and we can finally go to Block 2. So, pretty much we have brand new enemies, all new enemies. So I'm just showing you this here for right now, just so you can get an idea of what Block 2 is going to look like. And here's our first enemy. So, Black Ravens. I do my usual trick of trying to scan them to figure out what their weakness is, but, well, I forgot to take Akihiko into direct command, so he shows me that they're weak to lightning. So, what we're going to do from now on is, instead of me showing you the exploration, I'm just going to cut to whenever I battle something new. So, we have these. This is my very next battle. Make Akihiko do direct commands. These are soul dancers. When they get scanned, they are weak to ice. So, Jack Frost I have on my main character. That is the battle panties. The only difference is they will be a different color depending on who you put them on. They're like red for Yukari. Spoiler alert, we're going to eventually get Mitsuru to join us. They're black, I believe, for her. I have no idea what they look like for the main character. If they had been better defense than what I'm currently wearing, I would have put them on her. But yeah, weak to ice, very easy. We're going to also, there's going to be new personas that you can get in cards. I'm not going to show those because basically I don't have time. Highest level that I got from a card is a Tam Lin, which you saw me make earlier. Okay, they're doing lightning. I'm going to say I believe they're either weak to lightning or wind, but I think they're wind. Of course, I always have this problem of Junpei decides to critical hit and one-shot everything when I'm trying to get weaknesses. So yes, don't do Zio, do Garu. So stand up, Yukari. It is time for you to be useful. So yeah, for those that are going to be bitching about, oh my god, they sexualize these characters, shut the fuck up. One, they're not real. Two, it's 2D pixelated art. Or not, it's PS2 pixelated art. I do not give a shit. I put it on her because it is the best armor right now. The moment I get better armor, she's not going to be wearing that. Alright, so these enemies, we fought these when we were trying to get to the Priestess Arcana. They are resistant to fire and ice, so you want to hit them with lightning and wind. When they are like that, where they're kind of distressed, that happens because you are higher level than them, and if they are distressed, you have a higher chance of doing a critical. Now, what you saw that just happened, that is a case from we got the full Arcana to rank 3, so occasionally after you attack an enemy, one of your party members may offer to join you into a attack for a different enemy, and that's going to be a guaranteed crit. It is awesome if it is done on the last enemy and you've either critted or hit the others with their weak point, because now you're guaranteed an all-out attack. These enemies, these are wild beasts. They are weak to light. These are our first enemies that are weak to light. In Persona 3, Persona 3 FES, and Persona 3 Portable, you do not have light magic that does damage. Light and dark are instant kill moves only in these games. So any enemies that are weak to light and dark are almost a guaranteed instant kill with their weakness. We do have a persona that has a light skill right here. I called this persona Berith, but she keeps calling it Berith. But Hama is a light skill that will instantly kill an enemy. If it is not weak to light, it has a low chance of succeeding. If it is weak, it's not 100% guaranteed, but it's probably around like a 99. I have missed a few times in the past, but 9 times out of 10, I will hit with that. This is what we need for the Lanterns request. These guys are also weak to light. But But yeah, these are what we are looking for 3 old lanterns. These are the Phantom Mages. So these are only found on floors 17 through 24. You need the request for the old lanterns on for them to drop them, but it is not guaranteed. As you see, we killed 2 of the Phantom Mages. And we will get how many? 1 old lantern. So it's not a guaranteed every time you kill one you're getting one. But once you got 3, you can go turn that in. We fought these during the Priestess event as well. Grieving tiaras, I believe they are weak to wind. Don't quote me. Since they are distressed, we're going to get a lot of crits here. So yeah, I figure for our Tartarus runs, instead of doing multiple videos of me going through, okay, it's weak to ice. Okay, so Jack Frost. But I figure instead of doing multiple videos of me exploring a randomly generated dungeon, because this probably would have taken me about 2 or 3 videos to get everything through done on this, I just decided this way we would do this. I would just show you a battle with every new monster, show you the battles with the mini bosses, show you the challenges, and that would be it. Now this is special kind of shadow. You notice that shadow was red. They're going to be these. They kind of look like Hulk Hogan with a mask. They are still Gigases. These guys are weak to lightning or light. They are stronger than normal shadows that we're facing right now. Some challenges will require you to get items off of the red shadows. They are rare, so you will need to look for them. Alright, so we got a crit there, so they're weak to light. So let me switch to Beerith and use Hama on the other one, so that we can do an all-out attack. Now, I noticed that a lot of shadows on the first, before we got to the first mini-boss on Block 2, were weak to light. But after that first mini-boss, I didn't see many shadows that were weak to light. You notice there, now you notice I mentioned it before last time we were in Tartarus about the skull and crossbones. You saw it on that one card. If I grabbed that, Reaper would be coming quicker than normal. And we have a gold shadow. This is a treasure hand. What was funny, this is what's funny here. I had forgotten about I needed to go to floors 2 through 15 to fight a wealth hand. These are the treasure hands for the steel medals, but since I haven't gotten a lead medal, I don't have that request. These wealth hands seem to change their weakness each turn, because you saw that one was weak to pierce. I've had it be weak to strike, I've had it be weak to slash, and I've had it where it wasn't weak to slash one turn, and then the next turn I hit it with slash and it was weak. So it seems to change its weakness every turn. I fought a good 6 of those before I got to the mini boss, and was able to kill every single one. Then whenever I realized I needed to go to floors 2 through 15 to fight a wealth hand, and after I finally killed one, it took me forever to find another treasure hand. But those treasure hands is what's making me go, oh, I've got 130,000 yen plus, no problem, because I killed about 7 or 8 of them. Alright, these enemies here are weak to fire, so use Augie. I believe we fought those during the priestess fight, or getting to the priestess as well. A lot of the weapons you're going to get from the level 2 swords are going to be basically what we have right now. If you did not get a Juju Maru in Block 1 from the rare chest, you can get a Juju Maru from the level 2 cards. Alright, so we've made it to the mini-boss. Before I came out to turn in requests, so there's the old lanterns turned in. So we're done with that. For our reward, we get 2 Umugi waters. And this is where I realized, oh, I was supposed to go to the first block to get those lead medals. Like right there, I'm like, oh, shit. So I actually had to go all through the first block. That's floors 2 through 15 twice before I found one. I will show the battle with one to show that yes, they do drop lead medals whenever you have the challenge on. Thankfully, we only need one, so I don't have to hunt down multiple. I just needed to find one. Sad thing is I had to go through the entire first block twice to find one. I did not fight the shadows whenever I was looking for it because they were so weak. They were running away from me, and I was just like, I'm not chasing. Anyway, now that we are level 15, we can make some new personas. So I did see Zochin there, and I'm just kind of like, which one do I want to do for that? So that one I would get 2 skills. So I decide on that one. Because it's not really a persona that I'm actually going to use. But that's Chariot Arcana, so we get a couple of level ups because we have worked on Chariot. Alright, let me see. Principality would be a level up. Nope. I don't need any of these. Why am I making an Archangel? There must be something that I'm seeing that I can make with Archangel. That has to be why I'm doing this. Either that or I think I haven't made an Archangel. There it is. Okay, yeah. Archangel and Aramatama make a Pyro Jack. This is like Jack Frost, but it uses fire instead of ice. And we're getting Dia and Hama. I'll take it. Okay, so just like the Jack Frost, the Pyro Jack is holding an item that it will give you if you get it high enough level. We're not going to get to that level. And I don't even know what it drops, but it's not anything important. If you want to level grind, from what it seems, from what I've read, the higher your social link is, the more XP your persona will get in battle. So that's why some of these personas are leveling up very, very slowly. And when you max out a social link, any personas of that arcana will then... Okay, here's our Oberon. I was not paying attention that this is the one, but you notice it's level 15 when we make it. But since we have it's an Emperor and we already have some ranks to the Emperor social link, we do get Oberon to level 17. I could have just turned in this request, but I don't do it until later because I don't realize that this is the persona that I needed and I've met the requirement. Alright, so I'm just looking to see about any other personas that I can make right now. Okay. Did I intend to do that or no? No. I probably should have registered some personas before I fused them, because I do know that I'm going to get another Jack Frost so that I've got ice. Let's see. Okay, we're getting a Negimatama. And an Archangel. Alright. We are going to fuse those together. Archangel, Negimatama make Gur, the first Moon Arcana. Okay, so I'm switching out because I'm trying to get different skills if I can, but he keeps bringing up the same skills. So I guess what I was trying to get him to take, he won't take. Because some personas will not use magic. Some personas will not use physical attacks. So there are skills that some personas just will not use. Alright, so looking at my list here to see what we can make. Because in general right now, every level up you can make 2 new personas. And we gained 2 level ups there. So, alright, so we've made everything that we can make right now. So what I'm looking for is, do I have a Bufu? And I do not. So I'm going to reacquire Jack Frost, and this is one where I really wish I had registered the Jack Frost before I fused him, because he would be closer to level 12. Now what I'm doing now is I'm looking to see, does anyone else have Bufu that I would want? Does anyone else have Bufu that I would want? Like, does anyone have Bufu that I would, plus some other skills that I would want over Jack Frost? That's what I'm doing here. And it does come out to, no, I want the Jack Frost. So yeah, I do end up just going with the Jack Frost. That ice boost does help because he does more damage with his ice skills. I was looking to see if maybe I had someone with a Mabufu, but I don't. Alright, so floor 25 is our first... Okay, so is the first mini boss, but before that I was looking for these. This is floor 9, as you can see, and I got lucky and got one of the floors where the only enemies are gold shadows. But it's one of those floors like, yeah, there's only gold shadows, but Reaper will be here in about like 2 minutes. But also, as you see, I can get some level 4 cards here, and it will cut the time of Reaper. But we got a lead medal. So I went and I turned in that request. I'm actually surprised I didn't show that. But this is floor 25. This is where the mini boss is. I'm trying to remember, what did I get for the lead.
I'm afraid you'll have to defeat it to proceed.
Let me take a look and see what we got. But anyway, while we're in this fight, do not use ice, do not use fire. Well, no, use ice. Do not use fire, don't use physical attacks. Don't use light or dark. It's strong versus slash and pierce. It nullifies strike, light, and dark. It drains fire, but it is weak to ice. So just use ice on these guys. And then they'll go down pretty quick. So while that is going on, I'm going to see what in the hell we would have gotten for... Oh, okay, what we would get is... Okay, either I didn't turn it in yet, or I haven't put it on her. So I'm willing to bet I know exactly what it is. And I just haven't put it on her yet. So if it's the request that I'm thinking it is, you get Yukari's joke weapon. It's a toy bow. And while it's a joke weapon, it is easily her most powerful weapon right now. And it's basically 99 accuracy, so she should never miss. It also, I think I'm actually going to turn it in here, aren't I? Yeah, that's why. That's why. I just went to kill those. Then I came to turn it in. So lead medal for beating one of those treasure hand, or not treasure, wealth hands. Toy bow. It also has a chance when it hits an enemy to make them or not in. I think, is it enraged? I think it's enraged if I'm remembering correctly. Now, if an enemy is enraged, they will not be able to use any magic or skills. They will only do physical attacks. Downside, yeah, it's rage. And high odds. The downside to rage, they will attack twice. Alright, so we got some new shadows to face. These are Venus Eagles. These are weak to ice. Now that we've gotten the wealth hand done, we are on the lookout for a treasure hand, which took me a while to find one. I did not intend to run away. I went to have him block, but I accidentally hit the button too soon. I think I actually showed these earlier, but whenever I ran into this, I was like, I don't know if I showed this or not, but I believe they're weak to lightning. Yep, weak to lightning, null wind. So, Akihiko, take them out. Not sure if I did show this or if it was just a different version that looks similar. If I showed them before, then, well, I guess now you know what the weakness is. And everyone's getting close to learning a new skill. Alright, so here we have, what are these called? Dancing Hand. They are weak to fire. So, Junpei. If everyone would stop becoming awesome and criticaling everything as soon as we are trying to... Well, don't get knocked down! Alright, take you out. Okay. Let's see. Here's the toy bow in action. Of course, it's 99 accuracy. We get the 1. Yeah, so weak to fire nullifies ice. So, Junpei, if you would, Augie them, please. Looking forward to whenever... Well, I actually... Before the next time I go back to the Velvet Room, I'm getting so many enemies here that are weak to fire that Junpei actually runs out of MP. So I had to end up using a persona that my female protagonist had that had Maragi. Now, Maragi is like Augie, but it will hit all enemies. So, like, if you see... And that's how you can tell if it's going to be... multi-targeting or if it's going to be single target. So we finally found a wealth hand on floor 28, where other floors I was running into 2 or 3. Every wealth hand I kill, or treasure hand, sorry, every treasure hand I faced, I killed. They did not run away.
That's a rare form. Now
last time they were weak to, what was it? Was it strike? This time they're weak to slash. So there you see. It seems to change its weakness every time, but we got steel metal. So now I've come back to turn in that request, and for the steel metal, we're going to get a joke weapon for Junpei. This joke weapon that we're getting is Theodore, a spiked bat. Spiked bat has a chance to, if I'm remembering correctly, I think it has a chance to confuse, if I'm remembering, or charm. I may be wrong, but all the joke weapons, they are at this point in time the most powerful weapons we can have. They have almost 100% accuracy, and they can all do a condition. Alright, so we are level 16, so Principality, I'm deciding... Alright, so we'll get this Principality. Let's see, what else can I make? And do I need anything special for it? I still have not realized that I've got the Oberon at level 17 that I need for a challenge, so that's why I'm not turning that in. I will turn it in later, don't worry. I do realize it later. So I'm looking to see if I've got anything that I can just make with what I've got right now that I haven't already made. And everything I'm seeing is stuff I'll be making in the future, but nothing that I can make right now. So I've got to look at my list and see about that second persona that's at level 16 and what do I need. So I think at this point I'm looking to see if I can make something that I'm going to need. Looks like I might need an Archangel. It's either that or I'm freeing up room. I wish I could say more specifically what I'm trying to do, but I think I'm probably trying to free up room and then seeing if I can make anything with this. Alright, well... So we could make Berith, but then I would have to probably get another Jack Frost. I'm probably not... Well, Miragi. So, let's kind of make a bit... See, I want to say it's Berith, but as I said, female protagonist keeps calling it Berith. So if anyone knows what this is from, what mythology, is it pronounced Berith or Berith? Because I always called it Berith. But as I'm playing through this playthrough, the female protagonist keeps calling it Berith. And I'm just like, I'm not seeing Berith out of this thing. Okay, so since I don't have the personas that I need to make something new, we are... Well, first let me register some things. Jack Frost, definitely register. That one's about to level up. The Berith, compared to what I've got before, I like the old one. Keep the old one. Keep the old one. Well, now that I think about it, I don't really need the Hama. And all those stat boosting and debuffing. Alright, so for what we need here, we need an Apsaris. Then we need... Where is it? Valkyrie. And then we want to combine those two. We want a triangle, so we've got Principality, Apsaris, Valkyrie. That will make... this one is actually kind of... Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm trying to get certain skills on, but... Well, okay, what I'm trying to do here... did I want that? There were certain skills that I either wanted or didn't want. So I was trying to get it to where I wasn't getting them, but it's giving me the skills almost every time that I do not want. So I'm trying not to get Raging Tiger because that's too... I want the Holy Arrow, but also I don't want Cleave and I don't want the Raging Tiger. And I don't need Dodge Elect. So... I want the Holy Arrow, but I don't need Dodge Elect because it's not weak to electricity. And I kind of don't want Cleave, and I also don't want Raging Tiger. Raging Tiger is just too... What's the word? Well, Raging Tiger, I end up just taking the moves that I don't want. Raging Tiger, what it does is if you are enraged, your attack power is increased. It's too situational. That's the word. I'm not a fan of that. Because not many enemies are going to try and enrage you to begin with. So it's very, very situational. It's just, I don't think it's a good skill. Okay, so that is all the new personas we can make right now. Alright, another new monster. Something wheel. Going through it too quickly. It is weak to lightning and wind, and it is so strong. Okay, bestial wind. It is so strong. You will have to use lightning, all-out attack, wind, all-out attack to kill it. That's how powerful this thing is. It is probably the most difficult shadow you're going to face right now. And as you saw, it is strong versus pierce and slash. So the only one who could really do any damage physically is Akihiko. There, Chimera. Cool. Alright, want that money. Well, no, we'll take the Chimera. Alright, so I believe at this point we are at the last mini-boss. There's only 2 mini-bosses on this block right now. So I came here to make new personas. We are up to level 17. It still hasn't dawned on me that that is the persona I need for a challenge. Has not dawned on me yet. Alright, so we can make Fortuna. If we were playing male protagonist, we want that Fortuna. Alright. So I finally was like, no, register. Register first. Register anything that I want to keep. Okay, so. Okay, we got Naga there. That is one of the new ones we can make. So. If it's going to. I don't want it to have Ice Boost. There's no reason for it to have Ice Boost if it's not going to have Bufu. So I'm trying to get Ice Boost off, but it keeps adding Ice Boost, and it's not using Ice Magic. I'm just like, go away with the Ice Boost. I'm very much thinking this. And I ended up going with this one. Alright, 1 level up. Next level it gets Mazio, which is the multi-targeting Zio, and we allowed that skill to change and we got Miragi. And we got a card for Double Fangs. Cool, never going to use it. Okay, so there was another level 17 that we saw a minute ago. Should still be able to make it, just got to find, there we go, Fortuna. If we were male protagonist, we want a Fortuna. Garu and Bufu, huh? So I'm kind of sitting there, it's like, which one do I want to do? I think I want to do Naga. Because I don't want those moves. I think I want to do this. But yeah, if you were doing male protagonist, you need a Fortuna right now. But we're not doing male protagonist, so we do not need the Fortuna right now. Yeah, I just don't want that Raging Tiger. That's really it. I just don't want that Raging Tiger. I think I'd end up taking this. I think I do end up taking this, yes. So we have not established a fortune social link yet. I'm not sure if we're going to have the same social link for fortune. But yeah, we don't need a fortune one just yet, but that is all the new ones we can make. Just kind of looking to see what I can make right now. Yeah, I ended up getting rid of my Oberon because I had never realized that I had that for a challenge. So I'm trying to, Medea. But I don't need the Ice Boost. So I'm trying to get Medea and not have ice boost for this one. And you see how hard it is to either not have ice boost and get Medea, or get Medea and not have ice boost. And finally I was like, fuck it, maybe ice boost will change. So yeah, whenever I do realize that I had the persona for a challenge, I end up buying it back. So yeah, at this point now, I'm just making up room to pick up more personas whenever I'm doing my grinding. So Unicorn, we can remake Naga. I don't want the ice boost. I don't need the ice boost. I will take that. So Medea, if you haven't figured out, is party-wide heal, whereas Dia, single target heal. And it is going to take Yukari a little while before she's going to get Medea. It's going to take my entire party a little while before they start getting multi-targeting skills. Alright, I think that is good. I think at this point we're going to face the last mini-boss. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're done here. Alright, so yes, we're ready. Yeah, floor 36 is the last mini-boss for this session. So we only had 2 this time. And pretty much you have a lot of freedom of what you want to do here. So this is a change relic. It nullifies wind, light, and dark, which all these mini bosses will nullify light and dark. They don't want you instantly killing. They will use Garula, which is a more powerful Garu. They'll use Magarula, which is a more powerful party targeting wind spell. They'll do Rakukaja, which will raise its defense. They'll do Poison Mist, trying to poison your entire team. And it has Dia, so it will try and heal itself. It has no weaknesses. So long as you don't use wind, light, or dark, it will take damage from anything you do. Alright, so let me heal Junpei here. You can try what I end up doing here is I end up trying to trigger some critical hits so that I can get all-out attacks. So I end up switching to Naga for the double fangs, because double fangs allows you to hit twice with the sacrifice of 18 health. Ow! So that's really all I'm going to be doing, is just doing physical attacks. I'm looking to see what I want to do. I fire Augie here to see how powerful it is compared to whenever I have him swing his sword. And for the most part, for most everybody I am coming to, it is probably more beneficial to just use their weapons. So do another double fangs. Don't bother trying to put conditions on these mini bosses. They are generally either going to be completely immune or very, very resistant. So at this point, I'm thinking Yukari or Junpei have a skill that will cure poison. They do not. So you can, I think if I'm remembering, poison stays with you until the end of the battle. So otherwise you will need to use the item to cure the poison. Ow, 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 ow. And he's gonna try and poison some more. And he missed that time. Alright, Junpei, do you And I think I'm looking to see if Junpei has something to cure the poison too, and he does not. So try the attack. Well, he got a more powerful attack. So looking to see if Akihiko does. He does not. So we're going to use a disc poison to remove the poison. All right. So all right, 51 damage. Try the double fangs. And of course you fucking missed twice. Thankfully it healed itself instead of attacking me. Okay, 85 normally. Cool, cool. Oh, crit. Nope, he didn't get the last part of the crit. So let's heal our main character. And can we get 3 dodges? Do we get 3 dodges? Are we that unlucky? No, we actually hit this time. And because Junpei is weak to wind, they get 2 attacks. Yep, we got it. Alright, so that is all the mini bosses. All floors 37, 38, 39 are very small floors with very few enemies now. Once you have beaten the last mini boss of your little block, all floors coming up are very quick. So I just went ahead and cut to the top. We're at the end. There is document 2. We're going to go back down. We're going to turn in that request, and we are like level 17 still, I believe. And we need to be at minimum level 19, maximum level 20. So what I'm going to end up doing after I turn in these requests is off camera, I am going to level grind until I get to level 20. I'm going to go ahead and go for level 20 so I've got the extra carrying space for personas. And I will be back to show you personas you can make at level 18, 19, and 20. I'm not going to be doing that in this video because, as you see, we are running out of time. So that will be done in the next video. Yeah, I finally realized I had an Oberon at level 17. I'm fucking dumb. I could have turned that in at any time. So we grabbed that one real quick. And what our reward for the Oberon is, as you saw, it says W outfit for Akihiko. It is his winter costume. It's basically what he would wear at the dorm on an off day from school during the winter time. So he now has a costume that he can wear through Tartarus. But anyway, as I said, off camera, I'm going to do the level grinding to level 20. When we come back, I will show you the personas we can make from level 18, 19, and 20. We will be done. These challenges, these requests we cannot do right now. Do not worry about them. We've done everything we can do. So I will see you guys in the next video.